Hi, Larissa.
Hi, Jazzy.
Welcome to the Bear Collective podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime.
Bring on the sparkles. We love this outfit today.
I was inspired to wear something that I haven't worn in a while. It is the comfiest thing ever. It is, for those not watching us, a satin with sequined, like deep green matching pant and blouse suit.
Thingamabob.
Thingamabob.
With sparkles.
With sparkles.
She is sparkling today. And I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love it. I bought it as a Christmas outfit and now I am reimagining it in everyday life.
I love that for you.
Me too.
And you have the sparkle. Tell me about
you.
the sparkle.
I've got the spark. Literally the
sparkle has come back.
It actually has recently, and I know in our first episode of season 2,
Which I love.
We have been wanting to be in season 2 for such a long time. Just this new evolution of us and the look of the podcast. We do it all ourselves, so we don't have like a team working with us. We're small, we're starting out, we have big dreams. And so, every time we make little tweaks, we're very proud of them.
Yeah. And to the audience, you may not see the tweaks that we make, but we notice them. And we're definitely always tweaking and working and building and refining something within each episode that we do.
Yeah, so Larissa's the strategy.
Yeah.
I'm the spark today.
She's going to share the sparkle.
Yeah. So I definitely started out this year and I'm pretty sure I said I guess one of the things I'm focusing on for the year is deepening my spiritual path, understanding, knowledge, even my felt sense of spirituality and how that can present in a modern day, businesswoman, mum, all the things type lifestyle. And I have absolutely been tracking on that path. I almost feel bad rubbing it in because I know your year has not gone to plan.
In some ways it has.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. I don't have to feel as bad.
No. I asked for discomfort this year and I'm definitely
getting it. You so did. Man, you got
discomfort as expansion.
You are a manifester.
I am a manager.
Yeah. So oh, is your throat okay today? Oh, do you need some water? I've got some. Would you like some? We're just...
Sherry is caring right now.
We're getting her stools. We're giving her water. Larissa's getting cared for today. I love that you get to all hear and see our humanness. Water just splashing. It's great. So I actually, and I was telling Larissa a story this morning, and I'm kind of glad I didn't finish it because I'm glad to share it here. Yeah, we always keep little things from each other.
I've not heard this, and I'm super excited.
Yes, I have had the most, I'll start with where I'm at now, and then we can kind of backtrack to, I guess, because it hasn't always been like this.
For people to be able to learn and understand.
Yes, and I will add already, it won't be clear because I'm in it. I'm not reflecting on it. I'm in it.
Yeah.
But I have had just the most incredibly spiritual week. 2 weeks actually. I'll clarify, 2 weeks. And one of them, so I talk to the moon when I am manifesting. Yeah. And normally it's like a full moon. I will go out. I can almost sense this heaviness to the air and this full moon was a really still night and I'm out on my back deck. It looks over trees and stars and you can hear the ocean in the very far distance, and I was out there, I was asking the moon and saying I am so ready for this next step of my spiritual path, whatever that is. I have ideas of where I want that to go, but in those moments of manifestation, I tend to leave it open to the universe. Once that has kicked me in the butt, but got me to a really wonderful place in my business and starting my private practice. So I'm sometimes scared of doing this.
It is.
Because I'm like, there are things that I might have to give up to get what I'm asking for, like through this manifestation process. So I'm sometimes scared. I definitely asked with a caveat of like, and don't make it be too scary. Like I've got a 10-month-old child. I can't be like broke and have no financial future again.
One thing I want to say is you won't when you're living in your truth, and you've got it. I think just to pause, something that you said really profound was that in going through this journey, you're in the middle of it. So it's kind of what we tend to term as like the chaos.
Yes.
And you don't fully have the clarity yet. But there are things that you have to shed that you can't take with you on your next level of expansion.
Yes. Last time it was my job and my financial security, when it was a big thing. And I feel like for me, this is a big thing. It's I feel like it's what I'm here to do a little bit.
Absolutely.
Or a lot. And so, yeah, that is such a key point, I feel, for people, and for me. And anyway, so I've asked the moon, can you do this for me? And the next morning I've gotten an email in my inbox that says, like, you have been accepted into this spirituality, and it's called Internal Family Systems, or IFS Retreat, which is a therapy I love doing, and I'm certified in. And it's with the lady who actually started my training in this field, who does a lot of shamanistic practices, does a lot of generational trauma healing, or what's called legacy burdens in this space, and guide work, which has been my recent, like, I've been really diving into trying and connecting with guides and getting messages and information downloads that way to help guide me and support me on my path. And a lot of cultures naturally do this. I mean, I was just
Eastern cultures.
Yes, I was just watching like Coco on Disney, and have you seen Coco? Oh my goodness, putting it on tonight. It I won't go into it, but it is like a beautiful reflection of a culture where on the Day of the Dead they celebrate their loved ones who have passed, and they, you know, assume that on that day they are with them, and they're able to come that little bit closer through the veil, essentially. I'm probably not saying that anywhere near correct, but that's kind of my understanding and take from that film. Also Moana, where she's, you know, guided by a spirit guide to find her path.
Yeah, spirituality, just to pause for a sec, spirituality can look different or take different meanings for people. I think a lot of people know a very religious version of that, which is totally okay. And then also where you, for example, speak to the moon. For me, my mother has passed, so I speak to my mum. I also speak to my guardian angels and the universe at home. So yeah, it can look different for, and there's no kind of like right or wrong. I think it's your own relationship that you figure out. And it's similar to an episode where we were talking about self-love, where you were identifying the language that works for you. I love me, I love you, I love myself. Which one actually feels right in your body? So for you, where your spirituality has landed is really speaking with the moon and connecting with that. For me, where it's landed is really connecting into my mum, the universe, and guardian angels. That feels the most aligned and powerful for me when I'm in this space.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and it is also, for me, my ancestors and guides, and recently angels that have come through. So it is evolving. Like even when we find what feels right for us, it's going to evolve, as I'm sure yours has. So I wake up, I get this email, and I'm accepted into this retreat in Portugal.
And can I just say, last time we were filming and we were having this conversation offline, you were talking to me about this, but that retreat had actually disappeared. When I was like, oh, show me what it's about.
Yes.
Yeah, it had disappeared from the website. Yeah. Completely gone.
Or I lost it. I couldn't find it again.
Yeah.
I do think this was more user error. Okay. But also I believe that was part of this process, which is something within my spiritual beliefs.
To seek it out.
Yes. It was interesting. I applied for two things in the 1 week. I think it was actually the one night. I applied to work directly with a shaman from America, and I applied for this retreat. And I got no confirmation email from either that I had applied. And in my head, that automatically set off like this is weird. Like we normally get confirmation emails or like just an automated.
Some form of communication. And that's the thing, when we had spoken, it wasn't as if it was just 24 hours that you hadn't heard or got
it was like an
acknowledgement. Yeah, an acknowledgement to your email that says, out of office, but we'll contact you, or thanks for your application, we'll contact you. It was just dead silence.
It was crickets.
Yeah.
And I started really second guessing myself and going into, did I apply properly? Is this me? And then I had this moment of, okay, I'll reapply. But then I actually sat with that a little bit more, tuned into my body, tuned into my intuition. And I had this felt sense of, no, like you just need to wait and see what comes of it. And if neither come, maybe not. And in my head, honestly, I was thinking like, maybe you're then going to have another baby, so you won't be able to do either anyway. Not trying currently, by the way. For anyone who knows me and is listening. And
who wants that detail.
Yeah. all my friends ask. People ask.
Still at the practice stage, but for the second one.
Working on it. So really like was just leaving this to fate essentially. And after this session with the moon, this manifestation session, lo and behold, the retreat comes through. And I was beyond excited. Like I started Yahooing around the house. And, so, now I'm going and attending this beautiful retreat in Portugal next year, and I'll take the family. And this is just one piece of my journey. It's where I've known I've been going. I know I'm meant to blend spirituality with this therapy I do, because it's the therapy I'm currently receiving and will receive for the rest of my life. And beautifully can also do it with myself. Yeah. And so I do it very, very regularly. And I've always felt there is such a connection to them, which I won't go into, but this will really solidify that, because it's learning from one of the founding females of this therapy how to blend them. So it's absolutely beautiful. That lady has also agreed to do a retreat with myself and a colleague at the end of next year overseas. So it's really, I'm just seeing the pieces line up, and I'm so excited and so grateful. I've also I then had this 24 hours of spiritual bliss where I went and had a Reiki session and had a healing session. They just happened to coincide within the same 24-hour period. And both of them, there was so much synchronicity with what occurred in each of those sessions. And
can we pause for a second for anyone who doesn't know what is Reiki and what is a healing session?
I mean, I don't know how to do Reiki, so I'm not going to explain this as well as somebody can, but it is an energetic healing session. This lady does it with massage, so she's using the energy within her hands and wherever she's pulling that from, the earth, the sky, and healing my chakras, healing my energy centers, shifting energy within my body. This one session, she said, was really opening up my throat chakra, where, I have a history of not being able to speak out for myself, assert myself, set boundaries, all of the things, have absolutely people pleased and still probably people please quite regularly when I'm not aware of it.
New level, new devil.
Yes. And yeah, so that's what that session was really about. And she does that with her hands. Yeah, it's a really beautiful. If no one's tried it, highly recommend it.
I think you've got to be in a space to open up to it. I remember having a Reiki session when I was like, my mum had done it and she really wanted me to do it. And so I went, but I was in my very early 20s when that happened. And I wasn't I was probably on a different spiritual path. I was down more of a religious side of things. And I didn't understand kind of like what was going on. I thought it was all a bit like woo-woo, but not in the way that we have the fun and playful version of the woo-woo. Like there was a lot of hands like moving, and which is what I know of moving the energy now. And I can have a felt sense of doing that now within myself and understand that and can connect to it now. But back then, you have to be in a space that's open to it. Yes, love it. Also, you've got to be in a space to receive.
Yes. And there will be days, even, you know, as much as this is something I'm consciously working towards and working with, there will be days where I won't be open to it. And that has certainly happened before, where, you know, I've wanted to book in because I really have a lovely connection with the lady who does this, but I've just felt within myself, it's not the time.
Yeah.
I'm not in this headspace.
And I think that, again, just so many pauses that I really want to capture like what you're saying for the audience and distill it down, especially when it comes into a lot of women going into this spiritual space and what we know of like manifestation. You know, manifestation, we kind of, you know, think about this like journaling and like full moon rituals and things like that, where there's no action aligned or there's no actual kind of mind-body connection with that spiritual side. And what's interesting there that you just did was that you, even though you're open to spirituality, you're open to these things, you've received that before from this same lady, you could actually tune into your body to be aware that it's not the right time and not override that sense.
Yes.
And knowing the difference between it being a discernment of it's not the right time and you bypassing yourself and gaslighting yourself out of doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And another pause I want to reflect to as well.
Please, because I actually need you to bring the structure to this, because I'm in it. I'm in the flow of it. And so, you're bringing the structure.
Well, it's
bringing the heat.
But I want to reflect back to some of the pieces, because often, you know, you need to have a friendship or relationship that can actually see you and reflect things back to you without taking away from the journey of which you're on.
Yes.
So it's the pause is very much in the moment of like what you're sharing and where you're at. I've been excited for this journey for you for about like 3 or 4 years since I've known you, and we worked together in a container, and I could see this like in your future, and just needing you to go on that journey, not kind of, because you cannot tell someone, you can say I see this for you, but that can also hinder someone's journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And interestingly, in the session I had post Reiki, this is one of the messages that came through from one of my guides, which was an archangel.
Which we'll go into in a second, because we talked about the Reiki, so I want to explain, help people explain what the healing is. But just back before that, you had a really interesting part where you had applied, but then as you hadn't heard anything, you were actually second guessing yourself whether you actually had applied.
Yes.
And what's really cool about that is people would term that or know that as you have a term of self-doubt of like, and questioning, did I not? Like, and it can cause an insecurity because you start overthinking, you start running in your head.
Yeah. Do they not like me? Is that why I'm not getting picked?
Yeah.
Like, I can imagine where I would have gone.
Yeah.
Very, years ago now, but I can imagine that headspace.
And it's not to say that you had that moment of self-doubt. We'll just branch it as self-doubt.
Yes, makes sense.
In that moment, but with the work that you have done, what was really cool is that you've caught that and captured that. You've sat with it, not in it, with it.
Huge difference.
Yes. And you've used the tools that you have, and you've worked through that into a place of self-trust.
Yes.
And I really want to like just reflect that to you, that that's a really beautiful moment that you just embodied that self-trust, because also that's where some people can go, I'm just leaving it to the universe.
Yeah.
Yes. You had actually taken action, and should you have got clarity after taking that self-trust, you still would have taken a certain action or made a choice.
Yes.
And not continued on being like, oh, well, it's not meant to be, and then spend another year of your life not doing or pursuing something that you loved.
Yes, absolutely. I would not have let that slide beyond the next full moon.
Yeah.
No chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was really, thank you for that, actually.
So I love seeing that. That integration of self-doubt to self-trust in motion, in action.
Yes.
So there's a piece of clarity for you that you can hold on to, the fact that that's what do we call it? It's evidence.
Yeah.
That when you've had that self-doubt, you've trusted, and look what's happened. Look what's come to fruition from that. So going back to, we've kind of just spoke a little bit about the Reiki session and kind of what Reiki is. So you said that you had Reiki and a healing session in kind of like that same space. So what's the difference?
So the healing session was with someone completely different.
Yep.
And it is a lady who does trance channeling, which for anybody who doesn't know, and I did not know until she explained it to me.
I think there'd be so many people that don't know what that is.
Yes. Yeah. She actually, her consciousness is like set aside and agrees to this with her guides, or with these guides communicating through her. And they step into her body and communicate in their voice, but using our language. It's not necessarily they step in, it's that they use vibration and frequency to manipulate her vocal cords and her expression. Like even her whole face changed. There are moments like you could see something shift in her body, like, you know, the camera's on, I'm watching her. And, you know, if you weren't open to this, it is 100% something that you would hear, see, and just think, oh, she's loopy.
Yeah.
Like she's a great actor. Yeah. Yes. And trust me, going into my first one where I had no idea what was about to happen, because this is the second time I've seen her, which shows that it's really actually worked for me. I had parts of me that was so skeptical. And I walked away being like, what just happened? And I kind of have explained to like some friends what happened in that session, you know, and I can tell from their faces sometimes that some of them are like, what? Because there is another language involved. Like she is chanting and making noises in other languages, because the healing is a frequency, a vibrational frequency healing. However, what I was, you know, alerted to by my guides would happen after that initial session with this particular healer happened. So I got my evidence. And then I have since gone back, and I'm very early into integrating what I learned from this gone healing session.
Yeah.
Yes. But it was beautiful in connecting with guides. And I guess to sum it up, where I'm at on my spiritual journey is I'm realizing the disconnection that I have had, and that a lot of the people on this planet have, with guides, with ancestors, with the energy of the people who have come before us in our lineage, and how disconnecting and isolating that is. And no wonder loneliness is a health concern now in so many countries.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's like a sum up of what's happened since I manifested with my moon, my Cancerian moon. No, it's not mine, obviously, but it's just a really beautiful place I'm in. And I quickly want to touch on, this is not where I've always been, like I said. And there are so many layers we have to shed to get here. And I might put those layers back on.
Yeah.
and have to take them off again.
Yeah.
Or choose to take them off again. Better language. But there is a lot of like protective responses within myself that I've had to work through, wounding I've had to hold within myself, compassion I've had to grow for myself. And
acceptance.
An acceptance to get here. Yes.
Because this is a conversation that is very woo-woo, very out
Super.
there. It's not necessarily when we have spiritual conversations, it's not necessarily very structured, which is the world that we live in. It we have let's if we ground it down, we have a government, we have police officers, we have structures, we have systems, we have roads that have signs that tell us when to stop and when to go. So there is a lot of structure around this. And when we get into a spiritual space, it's very unstructured. So this is where the conversation in and of itself today can feel very flowy or very, hard to follow for some. And it can feel like, what are these words? And I have to say, again, it's a path that you, again, as you said, you have a choice to open up to. You do have skepticism definitely when you start, and that's so natural because your body wants to protect you, your mind wants to protect you. It's your survival instinct coming in to keep you safe at a very primal level.
Yes.
Right? And then also, it's just a time in life to be aware of it. Because again, back if we were 20 years old, 18 years old, 25 years old, not necessarily in this same space. So it's an evolution of your choices. And
I was running around in my primal protective wounded responses in my 20s. Oh my gosh. And I think I love that you use the word system, like that external system and structure, because to get here, you have to make space within your internal system and structure.
Yeah. You have to be able to see how the external system is influencing your internal system.
Absolutely.
And that's where you were talking about layers before.
Yes.
To give context or language to that, it's seeing that as a layer and seeing how that layer is playing out within yourself. And then the shedding comes from, say, for example, a shedding of this conversation is that we might completely have people who have tuned out already and they're like, you've lost me, or, you're
crazy. I'm not coming back.
Yeah, I'm not into that. And sometimes in friendship dynamics, in that kind of space, you can have friends that start to pull back or distance themselves from you because they're like, this is so far out of their realm that they can't comprehend, they can't understand, they can't grasp, they can't connect with you. And that's part of a grief that you go through on a personal development journey, on a spiritual journey, when you start to choose to grow in different ways. Yes. There are people who grow with you and there are people who don't.
Yes.
That can happen in any kind of relationship dynamic.
Yes.
Even in workplaces.
Even in workplaces. And something to add that I've even noticed in my workplace that is one of the parts I love the most about spirituality, and it is the synchronicities that you start to see all around you. And within my work now, the clients who are walking in my door and sitting on the couch and starting to have conversations with me are the ones who are ready for this space. So as I've grown and walked along this path, the people who meet me and come to me for healing are the ones who are ready for the stage that either I'm at or I've just been at. And so I'm watching this whole community of people evolve with me. And that is beautiful. And I think how amazing to have your friendships look like that as well.
Yeah. So that is the flip side, that you'll have a grief. But what that allows, when you allow yourself to step into your space, your truth, your authentic self, and you shed these layers, that you also meet new people and your people that are for you.
Yes.
That's what, that synchronicity or being in alignment is another word that's kind of out there. You'll find, and you'll be like, oh, this stuff is all happening in alignment, or I'm calling this in, or I wouldn't have met this person or gone and done this particular thing if I hadn't have been in that space or had that experience. So yeah, there is a both ways.
Yes. Yes.
And both are valid.
Both are valid.
Stick with it. It's about your life.
Yes.
Yeah. And your journey.
Yes. And we hope you have stuck out this episode.
And also that it finds you in a time and a place when you need it. So it may not be a here or now. I know sometimes I will buy a book and think that I love it, and I read the first couple of pages and I put it down. But then, 6 months, a year, 2 years later, I can pick up that book and it be everything that I need right now in that moment. So I hope this episode finds you when you need it, or you keep it in the back of your mind and come back to it when
you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you for listening, watching. Please subscribe.
Yes. We have a goal of getting to our first 100 subscribers on YouTube and on Spotify. We would really appreciate your support and help us. It helps us with all the little things. But we have over 60% of you that watch that aren't subscribed. So we would really love for you to hit that subscribe button.
Yes. Yes. Put that energy out there. We'll see you next time.
Bye.